Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something really exciting. We're talking about the 2026 Land Cruiser. Yep, that nameplate that's been legendary for decades is stepping into a new era, and I think you're going to love what it's been up to. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's dive in. You know how the Land Cruiser has always been this go-anywhere, do-anything off-road machine? Well, for 2026 it's getting a refresh, or in some markets, really new life. And there are a number of updates that make it feel both familiar and fresh. First up, the design. From the outside, the 2026 Land Cruiser keeps that rugged, upright presence that we associate with the name. But there are modern touches. The body is a little more refined, less little details to fight against wind and more strong surfaces. The front end has sharper lighting elements, modern LED signatures, and the overall stance feels more confident and a bit more urban-friendly. Yet at the same time, it doesn't shy away from its off-road roots. High ground clearance, strong wheel arches, tough-looking tires, and that kind of ready-to-go-anywhere attitude really come through. Inside, the updates are even more impressive. The cabin feels more upscale than past models, with better materials, more tech, more connectivity, big touchscreen displays, wireless phone integration, more USB ports. Things that in older Land Cruisers were more of a luxury option become more mainstream here. Seats are comfortable, the driver sits tall, visibility is good, you're in command. And despite all the modern refinements, you still get that sense of purposeful ruggedness. The interior doesn't feel too soft or overly delicate. Nope. You can tell this thing is meant to be used, not just driven around town. Now let's talk about one of the biggest changes, the engine and hybrid technology. The Land Cruiser for 2026 is moving away from some of the older big displacement naturally aspirated engines and embracing electrification. It comes standard with a hybrid powertrain in many markets, meaning you get electric assistance alongside the petrol engine, helping with smoother throttle response, better fuel economy, and still retaining real ability. According to what we've seen, this hybrid version brings a nice balance of on-road refinement and off-road toughness. Edmunds +1. When it comes to off-road features, this is where the Land Cruiser really shines, because it's not just about looking tough, it is tough. Four-wheel drive is standard. You'll find low-range gearing for serious terrain, locking differentials or center locks for when you're off the beaten path. On-road, it's comfortable, but when you flip that switch, it becomes what you expect a Land Cruiser to be, ready for dirt, rocks, ruts, streams, you name it. One reviewer summed it up by saying that the 2026 model comes with features like terrain modes, cameras to show you exactly where the wheel is, and the kind of travel suspension you want when you are out in the wild. Edmunds. Let's touch pricing and how this compares to past models. Back a few years, Land Cruisers were known for being expensive because of the name, the capability, the build quality. The 2025 model, for instance, started in the neighborhood of $58,000 for the base model. Car and driver. For the 2026 model, some sources suggest the entry-level version may start around $58,500 and top out around $63,500 in certain markets. Motor trend +1. Of course, in other countries, the pricing will differ due to taxes, import duties, local specs. But the point is, you're getting a lot of capability for what the name often commands. Compared to earlier large V8-powered Land Cruisers, you might be getting less displacement but more tech and arguably more well-rounded in modern driving life. So how does the 2026 model compare to past Land Cruisers? Good question. If you look at the older generations, you had big, heavy vehicles, massive engines, a lot of brute strength and durability. They were legendary for reliability and off-road performance, but at times maybe less refined on road, less economical. With this new model, they seem to have balanced the legend stuff with modern demands. Better fuel economy via the hybrid, more comfort, more refined on-road performance, while still retaining serious off-road prowess. So if you're someone who remembers old-school Land Cruisers going across continents and you also drive in city traffic, this is a compelling evolution. Let me try painting a day in the life. You wake up, you commute to work in your Land Cruiser. It's quiet, smooth, easy to park. You've got all the tech you expect. Then the weekend hits. You're loading up gear for a camping trip. The Land Cruiser transforms. You engage your off-road mode, you head out of town, the terrain gets rougher, you're rocking along without hesitation. Streams, mud, steep climbs, all handled. At the end, you're back home, still comfortable. Now, of course, there are things to watch. Depending on market, you might not get every off-road feature without a higher trim. And for buyers outside major markets, pricing and availability may vary a lot. But as a whole, the 2026 Land Cruiser is shaping up to be an excellent pick if you want one SUV to handle daily driving and serious adventures. Wrapping up, what do I think? I'm excited. The Land Cruiser name means something, and frankly, Toyota has done a good job with this update. They haven't thrown out the heritage, they've modernized it. The design is strong, the interior is more refined, the hybrid drivetrain shows they're serious about making it more relevant today, and the off-road features keep the legend alive. If I were to pick one headline, it would be, Legacy meets modernity. For fans of the brand who also want an SUV that works in today's world, this could be the one. All right, everyone, that's our walkthrough of the 2026 Land Cruiser. If you liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and tell me in the comments. What's the first place you would take a Land Cruiser like this? Dirt trail, mountain pass, or just a comfy road trip? I'll see you in the next one. Take care and happy driving.